Hello. Welcome to another session of BaZi, the Chinese horoscope. And as I always like to ask you, do you know your BaZi, your Chinese horoscope? And you may know the animal of the year you were born in, but do you know that you have three more animals which are really important for your personal path in life? It's the animal sign you're born in the month, the day, and the hour. That is why it's called BaZi, 8 characters or 4 pillars of destiny. So would you like to know more about that? Let me know in the comments if you do. And my name is Sandra, and I've been teaching and consulting Feng Shui now for nearly 20 years. First in Germany, now in beautiful New Zealand. And I also want to tell you that there is a difference between the old way of reading the BaZi and the more modern way, which some people call the correct way. But okay, that's a judgment probably. But it's a modern way. It's different. Times are different, so we also need to interpret the BaZi in a different way, because we don't live in a small village anymore. The world is a village. That is the thing. So the old reading is more fatalistic. It's more like, okay, this is what you've been given, and that's what you can't change it. But the thing is, yes, that's what you've been given, and maybe you can't change it, but actually I believe you can, because we've got the possibilities now. If there's a skill missing, if there's an element missing, you can learn it now. There's no excuse anymore. So there is actionable now. So whatever you're dealt with, the cards you've been given, the BaZi you've been given, there's so many factors of how to play with those cards, with that BaZi. So it is actionable. So it's more about BaZi reading for me is more about education. It's more about letting you know, okay, this element is missing. This is cool. You're really strong in that one. Do you want to work on your weaknesses, or do you want to really get high on your strengths? That is what you can do. So there are different ways to deal with it. And it's on you which way you want to go. What is your path of the least resistance? And it is a projection, it is a forecast, but you can change it. But you need to know what you've been given and what to change and how to change and where to change. And you see, your Chinese horoscope looks something like this. Okay, the 4 pillars of destiny. That's how they look like. And so the question is, what is a pillar? Well, a pillar is a combination of heavenly stems, the 10 elements that come from the combination of yin and yang and the 5 elements. That would be the orange section, and the earthly branch, what you know as the 12 animal signs, and those would appear in that green section in most of the interpretations that you can get online for free. Don't worry, you can get this anywhere. So the importance lies now. You see, you've got 4 pillars. It's not just the year you've been born in. You've got 4 pillars. And the importance lies in the play of those 4 pillars, those 4 animals. The year, the month, the day, and the hour. Are they friends? Are they enemies? What elements are present? Which are missing? What is the easiest way for you to find your path? And what are the challenges for you? So today, let's say in the last video, we looked into the year pillar. And we already said, you can watch that video on my channel, that the year pillar is about the social circle. So when we now look into the month pillar has a totally different quality. And as I said already in the last video, the green section, the animal, we've got 12 different animals, but we've got 5 different elements in the orange section. So there's not just 12 different animals to look at. There are actually 60 combinations to look at, and each of them is different. So if you and your friends or your family, and they're all pigs, but born in different decades and years, you will be different because you've been given a different element. Okay, so this is the thing to look at. Okay, month pillar. So I already said in the last video, spoiler, yeah, your month pillar is about your career. So if you are new to a job, the stem is more important, the element. This is how you appear to be. We already had that in the year pillar. This is how you appear to be more on the outside. This is what what comes easier to you. The longer you are in that job, the more important it is what's in your branch. Okay, so the more senior, the more your substance is more important. You see, the stem is more what's more obvious, what's really showing, what is really showing everything in your life and in your job life, in this pillar, in your job life, more important. What's underneath in its meaning is more your substance, is more your core. So the month pillar determines also the strength of the elements in your entire chart, the quality of your life, your work environment, your work capacity, your opportunities in the job, and your relationships with your parents actually are in this. So, why does the month pillar determine the strength of the elements? Well, that is because your month pillar shows the intensity of the elements in the chart, because it is about spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So, for those who already know a bit more about the five elements, the water element, of course, is in a different mood, so to speak, in the winter than it is in the summer. And the fire would be in a different state and stage in summer than it is in winter. So, spring, for instance, is wood, and that would be tiger, rabbit, and dragon. Summer is fire, that would be snake, horse, and goat. Autumn is metal, that would be monkey, rooster, and dog. Winter is water, that is pig, rat, and ox. So the month of your birth represents your career and also the strength of the elements, because this is the quality you've been born into. It also means the industries that you might find the most opportunities. They come to you more easily. And maybe I'm going to do a segment one day about which industry relates to which element. But you will find that online if you Google it. That's not a big secret, to be honest. But it is so the month pillar. It is your ability to provide value and how you would do it best. So you see, how you provide value would be different whether you have a wood element or a fire element. So wood, for instance, would also be like education, fire element, a bit more out there, sales, media, and all of these things. This is what your month pillar can tell you. So, and again, like in the year pillar, the top of the month pillar, people can see very clearly what you do. And it's out in the open. This is what you do and what you are, the element up there. But the more senior you become, the deeper you want to go, the more you go into what's underneath in the green section. Well, how does it sound to you? Well, if you'd like to know more, follow the whole upcoming series here on this channel where I introduce the quality of each of the pillars to you. And if you like what you see and what you hear, like it, share it, subscribe, whatever you want. And let me know in the comments what you think about it and whether you're more like, oh yeah, that's totally what I'm all about. Or it's like, I have never looked at it that way. So let's see what to look out for and what it represents. How can your BaZi show you the path of least resistance? Or if you're interested in your career and your job life, this is what it can show you. Actually, this is what the month pillar is all about. And the wealth is, we're not talking windfall or winning in lotto. We're talking about, that's what I meant, in depth. The more senior, the more what you do, and the more it is about the wealth. So, as I said, 60 combinations, so 60 different types of people and working in jobs and whatever is around you. And please always remember, always remember, the heaven luck, which is your BaZi, makes only 33% of your luck. Nothing is written in stone. The other 66% come from your environment, your earth luck, or what you know as Feng Shui, and your man luck, which are your choices, your beliefs, your thoughts, and behaviors. And that is called the Trinity of Feng Shui. And that is what shapes you in all the way that you are. And nothing is written in stone. You can change on any of those three levels of the Trinity and on any of those levels of the pillars of destiny. If you only know what comes easier to you and when it comes easier to you. The when it comes easier to you has a lot to do with the energies of the year, the month, the day, and with your luck pillar. Totally different story. But In the end, it's all about doing the right thing at the right time, at the right place. So here's the next questions. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for that change? Are you ready for looking into what is really possible for you? Well, in my next video, I will show you what the day pillar can do for you. So I hope you are excited about getting to know what the day pillar is about. And the day pillar, for me personally, is the most important one. It is. I mean, on so many levels. I mean, yes, if you are starting your career and your job life sucks at the moment, then your month pillar is more important. Yes, I totally agree. But if you have that, once you have that sorted, or maybe you want to sort the topic of the day pillar first. So look into my next video that's coming up, which is about the day pillar. And let's see what your day pillar can actually do for you, for your life, for coming forward, for being more and more content, because that is what I think that the day pillar can do for you. I hope you liked what you've heard and seen and you can make use of it. So looking forward to my next video with the day pillar. Have a great day. Bye.